Okay, we're gonna make breakfast sausages. Not the links, we're gonna make some patties, just easier. So we're gonna use some ground pork, which has tons of flavor, but we're gonna add even more flavor so it makes it taste like your breakfast sausages that you love, but you're gonna make them yourself. So we're gonna start with actually kind of an unusual ingredient to put into something. It's a bay leaf. Now, we all have bay leaves in our cupboard, but most of the time we take the bay leaf and we throw them in like stocks or something like that. And you always take them out because a bay leaf is very hard to digest. You know, you have to be careful with these bay leaves. But we're gonna put them in the spice grinder with some crushed red peppers, and we're gonna grind it into a very fine powder. Bay leaves do have a really cool flavor. Okay, it smells so good. And then we're gonna take some sage, some fresh thyme, and some mustard powder, and give that a quick pulse, just so it combines it all. It's kind of like the spices and the flavors that's gonna go into the ground pork. So we're gonna take our spices and just drop them right in there. It's got tons of flavor. A little bit really goes a long way. And of course, some salt and pepper. And we're gonna mix these up. It's so easy. I mean, ground pork, of course, you can use it for like meatballs, meatloaf, all kinds of things like that, but also for some pork sausages. We don't want them to look like hamburgers. I make them very, very thin. I want as much of the outer surface on both sides to get nice and crusty. Let's make about 3 of them. I mean, if you wanted to put this in a sausage casing, if you're an expert sausage maker, of course you can do that, or if you want to give that a try, be my guest. If you've never done it before, it's a little frustrating when you first do it, so stay with it. Or you can just make these beautiful little patties. Sometimes I make what is called a crepinette, which is this shape of a sausage, and sometimes I do it with chorizo, so it's got smoked paprika and all those kinds, lots of garlic and stuff like that. And then I wrap it in caul fat. It's a very old school French technique, and those are called crepinettes. So I'm gonna cook this on top of the stove. I'm gonna cook it in a cast iron pan. As you know, I like that sort of the griddle feature, so to speak, of the cast iron pan. It really holds its heat really nicely. We're gonna put a little bit of canola oil in the bottom of the pan. Gets nice and hot. And then we take our patties. It's pork, so we want to cook it through, but we don't want to cook it forever. We want a really nice kind of crust on both sides, and using the cast iron pan, high heat, a little canola oil in the bottom of the pan. That's the key. I mean, they kind of look like mini sliders. They really are. But it's pork, not beef. See, that's okay, but I want a little more color on there. It's starting to look good. They smell really good. Smells like a delicious savory breakfast. There we go. Beautiful. Let them cook for like another 2.5, 3 minutes on the other side. Drain them on a paper towel. A little extra salt on top. Breakfast sausages. 3 to an order.